There we go. Okay, cool. Should be fixed now. Sorry about it. Okay, so Mass 4 just happened last night. King of the Dot happened in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Boston. Great event, really good battles. I was super happy with the way everything turned out. All the battles were really good, if not very good. And I don't think there was any battle that was bad. And that's like really rare on a battle card for there to not be like any bad battles. I don't know if there are any classics. I think Iron and Chilla might have been a classic, maybe, but they're all really good battles. So it's like if things aren't a classic, I don't think that really matters. But it was super dope. But yeah, I'm actually on a layover in Houston right now, flying back to Los Angeles. I took the red eye to Boston Friday from Los Angeles. I landed at 7 in the morning and then went to, well, they didn't let us into the venue until 2 p.m. And I didn't sleep during the day. I was just waiting for people to take me to the venue. And yeah, so we only had 2 hours of setup time, which is insane for a battle event. We usually have 6 hours of setup time. So, you know, to do any like large scale production like what we do, like having 2 hours is nothing. Like, that's absolutely nothing. So a lot of and there were like a lot of like rentals that we had were like late too. So there was a lot of like issues that were like outside of our hands at this event that was like super frustrating and irritating to me because we're doing everything right. Yeah, so got there at 2, event opened at 4, started at 5. We got out by 11 p.m. Got back to the hotel, which was 45 minutes away from the venue for some reason, an hour later. And then I had to be back at the airport at 3 a.m., so I just didn't go to sleep. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. But yeah, don't be fooled by my look. But it was a great event. I thought so. I thought it was a very good event, battle-wise. A lot of good battles went down. I thought the card was cool. The King of the Dot put together. I thought it was a lot of like interesting matchups. So yeah. I guess we could kind of go through the whole card. But yeah. Check something out really fast. Alright, so you guys want me to like talk about the card? I don't know if you guys have seen the battles yet. I might spoil them if I talk about the card because, you know, the card wasn't released. But if you want me to, I can. And we could recap the battles. But I guess we can recap the battle that everybody knew happened, which was Head Ice versus NEMS. So, dope battle. I think for NEMS being out of the game for 14 years, he did really good. He came back and it was super dope. I was super impressed. He had a lot of dope stuff in there and shaking off the rust after longer than like anybody who's been out the game. It was super impressive. Super impressive. And the Head Ice did amazing too. So I thought the battle was dope. Kind of heated at points, but they both kept it respectable, and there was a lot of funny stuff that happened in that battle. But yeah, it was dope. I frotz with it. Okay, you want me to recap the whole thing? Okay, cool. Alright, so, you know, as you know, Massacre 4, it was a blackout edition, so the matches weren't announced. So at the venue is where the Rolodex came up, and they announced the battles. Hey, I'll just play one of the Rolodexes for y'all right now, to show you like what happens at the venue. So this is what you see at the venue. Like it's like when they're like next battle up. Here, watch this.
Massacre 4, Blackout Edition. Iron Solomon.
So you get the idea, you know, like the Rolodex comes up, selects a battler, boom. It shows who's he's battling, and then I'll show you the next little Rolodex after that.
Iron Solomon versus Chilla Jones.
Carry on, I need to get back to the place.
So that's how the battles are announced at Blackout. So this was masked for the Blackout version. So, you know, previous to the event, only the battlers were announced, not the actual matches. So during the event, that Rolodex like announced the matches. Super cool idea. Shout out to Organic for thinking of that. It's awesome, super innovative, super creative. It's really hard to be creative in battle rap, and I feel like they managed to still do it, so it's super dope. Yeah, I liked that. Yeah, during the Iron Chilla Jones, it paused on the Saurus. Iron and the Saurus both thought, like whoever went first, they told me to do that to kind of tease the matchup. So first battle that happened was Excel versus Madflex. Super good battle, awesome battle to start off the night. Both are insanely underrated. Like I think there was like a common theme throughout the battle where Madflex is saying like you battled so many times and you're still here, you're still starting at the top of the card. And Excel said that he's done 72 battles, which is insane. But yeah, they're both super underrated, and I feel like, you know, I don't know why like people group them both into like starting off the card so much. I feel like both of them deserve a lot more, but they both proved that they deserved a lot more in this battle. This was like one of the best battles in the night. Super good. And the crowd was like amazing during this battle. They were super receptive to everything, listening to everything, cheering super loud. It was awesome. Super good. So that battle was awesome. I'm not going to really call winners in this because like I was kind of paying attention to more of the stream quality. I wasn't really listening. And there was like a lot going on at this event. Like the audio was something that I was paying high attention to because, you know, like this wasn't our typical team that we usually use for events. It was kind of a skeleton crew. So I kind of was wearing more hats at this event. So I was like paying attention to every technical aspect of it. So me judging a battle, I feel like it would be a little unfair. So Madflex, really dope. Can't call a winner, but it was awesome. Super good. And I think that battle alone is worth the pay-per-view. Next battle was Big T versus Oops. This battle was dope, super dope. Might have kind of, there was like some low points in the battle where you could tell like the crowd kind of started to get a little inebriated, started like drift off and not really pay attention. But Big T had some cool performance stuff, you know, sound effects as always. And Oops had like a really cool, I guess you could say politically driven angle. So it was super dope. That battle was cool. But yeah, I can't call a winner because like this battle is when like there were some technical aspects that I like really was paying attention to, like hyper focused on. So like I wasn't listening to the material or paying attention to the battle at all. Next battle up was Loso versus Moneybags, and this battle was awesome. Super good battle. Both these cats are like really good at performing. They're both like in grade A performers. They can sell anything to anybody. And I think they both kind of like need just like that extra push to get like on a bigger stage and a bigger look. I think Loso should definitely be on URL at this point. I think Moneybags has been on URL, but I don't think he's been pushed in the correct manner. But I think both of those fools are really fucking nice. Can't call this battle either because of, you know, the technical issues that I was paying attention to. But yeah, Loso and Big T, Loso and Moneybags was awesome. I think Loso had some like money flips about like the offering plate which was super dope. Moneybags had, of course, like a bunch of Christian angles, but they were like highly awesome. One angle that I kind of was messing with was in his third. He was talking about how like Loso's parents like forced him to go to church, and he's like, "Did you choose to be a believer? It sounds like you were slave to it, and that you were forced."
I'd like to welcome you to C11.
I liked that a lot.
This is United Flight 1956 with service to Los Angeles.
But that battle was cool.
I'd like to remind you of our carry-on baggage policy.
So after Loso, Moneybags,
1 through 4, you're allowed one personal item
next battle
and one carry-on bag.
was, I'm trying to like
Those
go in
items
order.
must fit in our sizer
Okay,
here
so
in the gate room.
Loso, Moneybags,
If you're in group number
then
5,
the
you're
next
allowed
battle
one
was
personal item only,
Ness
which must
versus the
fit under
Saurus,
the seat in front of you. Again, if you're in
which
group
was dope
5
as fuck.
and you have a regular
Super good battle.
full-size
Super
carry-on,
awesome.
please see me now over here at the door at gate C11. If your bag is too large, please let us know before you board, and we'll check your bag to your final destination. We ask you to use the space underneath the seat in front of you to stow your personal item.
I'll play.
If you're checking your bag, please make sure you have everything you need in flight, such as medication. You'll also need to remove spare working batteries and e-cigarettes or personal vaporizers from your bag, since they're not permitted in the cargo hold. Ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting an on-time departure to Los Angeles. We're going to start boarding here in about 12 minutes here at gate C11 for Los Angeles.
Massacre 4,
Also, if you have
Blackout
a
Edition.
check stroller, personal walker, or wheelchair, please see us over here at the door prior to boarding here at gate C11, and I'll be more than happy to gate check those items. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting a 100% full flight to Los Angeles.
Look at you and look at me. Look at me and look at you.
So if you'd like to check in your bag instead of turn it on, you can see us over here at the door here at C11. We'll be more than happy to check your bag in to your final destination at no additional charge. This is a courtesy because the flight is 100% full. Especially if you are in group number 4, you may find that once you get on the aircraft, you'll set gate to be full. And at that point, you can come off the aircraft and check your bag. It's frustrating. To try to eliminate this problem, what we like to do on these full flights is to ask for volunteers to check in their bag versus carrying their collar. Either we're going to check bags now or we're going to check bags later. And I assume go ahead and check bags now and we can go ahead and get it over with. So again, if you'd like to check in your bag instead of carrying a collar, again, you can see us over here at the door here at gate C11. We'll be more than happy to check in your bag to your final destination at no additional charge. And again, this is a courtesy because it is a full flight.
Cool. So after that guy got done reading his grocery list, Ness versus the Saurus was the next battle, and this battle was super good. Ness is an amazing performer. He is awesome. I'm a huge fan of Ness, as you guys all know. I'm a huge fan of all Philly rappers, but he in particular is definitely one of my favorite. And I thought this battle was actually supposed to happen on Don't Flop a long time ago, Don't Flop Atlanta, but that event kind of fell through. So it's dope that this happened here. And another funny thing that we should talk about is that was at the event yesterday. Came to a King of the Dot event, and he was there. Said what's up to him. Pretty crazy, man. I like looked up and I was like, is that And then Organic came up to me. He's like, hey, we should get on the live stream. So yeah, shout out yeah, so Ness, Thesaurus, super good battle. If anything, I might think Ness surprised everybody and came really good during this battle. And all I noticed is that I think Pete might not have done as well in the first, but his last two were like really good. I think that battle was definitely awesome and like super debatable. The thing is, like, when I'm like watching these battles, like, it's hard for me to call it because like I think the way I see them is different than the way the crowd is seeing them, and even the way the pay-per-view is seeing them too. Because I've noticed, like, I've been reading a lot of comments and like who people thought won, and 9 times out of 10 I'm like, I didn't feel like that. So I think I'm like ingesting the battles in a different way than you guys are. So I think, you know, me calling it is kind of unfair. But all that to say, Ness versus Thesaurus was really, really, really dope. Really messed with it. Ness had some amazing moments. Pete had a really good flip and some amazing lines, as you would all expect Thesaurus to do. So that battle was flames. Next battle on the card, I think, was Chilla Jones versus Iron Solomon, and this to me was the best battle of the night. You know, when this battle was first announced, I wasn't like really that sold on it. Not when it was first announced. When they told me that it was happening, I wasn't really that sold on it. But at the event, it sold me pretty handily. It was a really, really, really good battle. Chilla did amazing. The kind of cool aspect about this battle too is that the rounds were longer. So it wasn't like 90-second rounds. I think the rounds were like 3 minutes. So it was a long battle. It was like 50 minutes long. Chilla actually got aggressive in this battle, which was super dope to see. He had some really, really good stuff. Like, he had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. And Iron is like the only guy that I feel like gets more and more impressive every battle, which is crazy because of who he battles. He battles pretty often. You know, I think the last time he battled was last year, of course, but he had the battle of the year last year. So it's not like he takes like battles once a year. You know, he battles multiple times a year, and every time it's always good. But yeah, like, both stepped it up. Both came to rock. It was awesome. Very good battle. I'm not mad at anybody saying either or won. But that battle was awesome. I think that battle was the best battle of the night, and I think that's might be a classic. I would not be mad at people calling it a classic. But yeah, and Iron is super impressive, and I think Chilla proved that he is a contender on any stage with that battle. That battle was awesome. That battle alone is worth the pay-per-view. You guys should go get that battle, just watch that if you're not interested in anything else, but whole card is fire. Yeah, Iron Chilla was awesome. Super happy that battle was super good. And then the next battle was Real Deal versus Math. And that battle was awesome. That battle was super good. I'm trying to, like, hopefully I don't forget any battle.
Just joining us here at Gate C11. This is match play 1956.
Let me just double check that I'm not forgetting anyone.
Today, if you're boarding in groups 1 and 2, you'll be boarding through the Premier Access lanes, one group at a time. Our Mileage Plus Club Explorer, Presidential Plus, and Boarding Card members with priority boarding benefits will be boarding in group number 2.
So I'm not missing any.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in groups 3, 4, and 5 today, we're actually trying something new. So, as you can see in the gate area, we do not have a lane for 3, 4, and 5 yet. So what we'll have you do is remain comfortably seated until we call those group numbers. So again, if you're in boarding groups 3, 4, and 5, please remain seated. And
I like when airlines are like, we're doing something new, we're just doing less.
We're still looking for an on-time departure.
We're not making a better system, we're just going to do less of what we previously did.
Also, we're
still
looking for some volunteers who would like to check in their bag instead of carrying it on.
This son of a bitch.
Again, if you would like to do that at no additional charge, please see me here at the door. Again, I'll be more than happy to check in your bag to your final destination.
You guys are wild.
At no additional charge. Especially if you're in group number 4, you may find that once you get on the aircraft, the overhead bins may be full, which at that point, you'll have to come off the aircraft and check your bag last minute, which can be frustrating.
Oh, it can be
so what we like to do on these full flights is to ask for volunteers who would like to check in their bag. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll either check bags now or check bags later, because this is a full flight. And I figure we can check bags now, and we'll go ahead and get it out of the way. So again, if you'd like to check in your bag, instead of carrying it on, you can see me over here at the door, here at door C11. Be more than happy to check in your bag to your final destination at no additional charge. Again, this is a courtesy because it is a full flight.
Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so just to answer a couple questions. My flight leaves in like 15 minutes. Am I happy with the pay-per-view? I'm very happy with the pay-per-view. I thought it went really well. When's the new Animal Planet project dropping? Relatively soon. And you're going to expect more music videos on Murder Day from it. So, Math Hoffa versus Real Deal. A lot of people were saying this was the battle of the night. This exceeded their expectations, and they both weren't like, they're both friends, they're homies, but they both didn't really take a friendly route, and they were both aggressive. I think Math was like in Real Deal's face like the whole time, and Math also took 3 battles in 3 weeks. He battled Ill Will, Snake Eyes, and Real Deal in 3 weeks. Every single weekend he had a battle, and he arguably won every single one. That is super impressive. Like, that is insanely impressive. And hats off to Math for that, because that's amazing. I think that definitely solidifies his spot with gorillas. But yeah, it was a good battle, super dope. I was super happy with it. Real Deal and Math are both awesome. Math had a bunch of angles about Real Deal being super drunk at Gully vs. Canic, which I thought was hilarious. Because I was there and I was dying. Real Deal was so funny at Gully vs. Canic. He spilled Math's water twice. It was amazing. But yeah, Math was super aggressive during it. I'm trying to like remember some of Math stuff. Math had a really, really good angle about Real Deal being a teacher to inner city kids in Pittsburgh, which was awesome. So yeah, that was a super good battle. And I saw Math afterwards, and I was like, man, like now you get a rest, dude. You did 3 battles in 3 weeks. That's like super impressive. You got to be exhausted. Like you're good to not battle for like months. And Math is like, nah, man, I'm looking for my next 3. So that fool's ready, man. He's in the zone. He's zoned in. He wants to battle more, which is tight because it's not like any one of those battles sort of fizzled off, and you could tell that he was kind of just riding on fumes. Like the Ill Will one was the best battle of the night. The Snake Eyes one was awesome. It had like I think the best moment from Born Legacy Supreme 2, and then him and Real Deal was what some people were calling Battle of the Night last night. So it was awesome. So that's the card. I already talked about the last battle on the card, NEMS versus Head Ice, which was dope. I think NEMS exceeded my expectations. You know, I definitely had some reservations about him being away for 14 years and coming back and being dope. But he had some really good stuff, and especially for shaking off the rust and getting back in there with like the best. It was awesome. They did really good. But yeah, that's the whole card for Massacre 4. The pay-per-view is available at Kotd.tv. The VOD is up right now. It's all HD. All looks really good. You know, the usual. But yeah, we can answer some Q&As right now. I got a whopping 5 minutes before my playing boards. You guys want to ask me any questions, feel free to answer before this guy comes on and does the rest of his first verse. I haven't actually seen the Math versus Ill Will battle yet. I just heard a lot about it. What's the longest flight I've been on? I think I've flown to like Paris and London direct from LA, and I think London was 12 hours and Paris was 13. So I think those are the longest flights I've been on direct. But one time I went to Greece from LA, and it took me 2 days to get there. I flew from LA to Chicago to Warsaw to Athens, and then I took a bus from Athens to a port, and then I took a ferry from this port to this island I was going to. I was meeting like one of my girlfriends out there. And I also in there had like a 13-hour layover in Warsaw. It was crazy. Yes, I'm filming Initiation and Gnome. Pretty much from now on, guys, like I'm filming every URL battle ever. So, like if there's a big URL battle happening, oh, here's my homeboy. Here's my homeboy.
Explorer, Presidential Plus, and Work Card members with priority boarding benefits will be boarding in group number 2. Again, ladies and gentlemen, groups 1 and 2 will be boarding through the premier access lanes, 1 group at a time. Groups 3, 4, and 5 will be boarding here shortly, and we'll let you know when it's ready for general boarding. At this time, I'd like to welcome aboard passengers traveling with disabilities here at doorway C11. Also like to welcome aboard active military. You're welcome to free board. Also like to welcome aboard families traveling with children 2 and under. I'd like to welcome aboard our local service members from Los Angeles here at doorway C11.
Appreciate it, dog. Thank you, man. Am I filming Mook versus Verb? I am going to be filming Mook versus Verb, yes. I'm going to be doing the pay-per-view for that event, so it's going to be dope. I talked to ARP. We still got to like officially iron out some details and work on some business, as people like to say, but I'm down for the cause, man. I'm going to be there no matter what. How do I compare Boston and Cali crowds? I mean, Boston is they're rambunctious. They like to drink, but they're fun. They're fun and they're loud and they're receptive. I really like Boston. I always like coming there and doing events there. Yo, Billy Thompson. I was actually born in Colorado Springs. So shout out to the Springs. I went to Rock Rim in elementary school. Cavs or Celtics, and the Cavs won last night, which is kind of crazy. I'm rooting for the Cavs just because I'm a LeBron fan. So that's dope. So what else, guys? I saw some other questions I was going to answer, but I forgot about it. This Friday, I don't know if you guys heard. Oh, I'll just play a little bit of this right now. You guys want to hear some new Ilmac music? I don't know if you heard it on the stream yesterday, but I'll just play a little snippet. Ilmac and Only One have a new album coming out, and we're going to do a live premiere of it this Friday on Ruin Your Day. So here is a little snippet of their music that I played on the pay-per-view last night. I'm just going to play a little bit of it.
Welcome to the pay-per-view. Directed by Avocado.
Woo-ha, got you all in check. Bob your head, break your neck. Woo-ha, got you all in check. Bob your head, break your neck. 97 bust, feel like 97 buster. So bob your head till you break your neck like 97 buster. Feel like 97 bust. Break your motherfucking neck. Feel like 97 bust. Break your motherfucking, break your neck. Flip mode.
So yeah, that's a little snippet of the new EP or LP. I don't really know what it is. Dropping. Ilmac and Only One premiering this Friday on Ruin Your Day. But our group's being called right now, so gotta go, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in to this. Sorry if I didn't answer any questions. I just wanted to give a quick recap for y'all, and wanted to also say that like I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate everybody that came up to me at the event, introduced themselves. Like that means the world to me, and like that's what really keeps me like wanting to do this more, is meeting every single one of you. Like I love this channel and this community, and you guys are like super positive, and like you guys make Ruin Your Day what Ruin Your Day is. And like I feel like we're kind of like this cool clique that's unrivaled in battle rap, and I like how we're just all positive, we're not negative, and yeah, I just love this group. And yeah, shout out to everybody I met yesterday. If you ever are at an event, please come up and say hi. I'll probably buy you a beer and hang out with you for a little amount of time I can hang out. And yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. If you can, go get it. Get the pay-per-view. Support battle rap. get it at kotd.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in boarding groups 3, 4, 5.